Good morning, everybody. Wednesday morning drive-in. I was going to touch on the parable of the soils and talk about the wayside soil from Matthew 13. So there's a key verse that really kind of gives the main point or the principle of this parable that Jesus is talking about in Matthew 13, but he doesn't mention it in Matthew 13. He mentions it in Mark's version of this of these different parables that Jesus gives, and he says, I think it's around the 20th verse, 23rd verse, something like that. He says, with what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. So that is the main point of all of these parables, and especially the different kinds of soil. He's saying whatever value and commitment you place on the Word of God when you hear it, whatever you do with it, as much as you put into it, God will give you back that much. If you don't value it too much, if you don't have much commitment, and if you don't cherish it as really as a treasure, then it's just not going to have much effect on you. So when he's talking about the wayside soil, he's talking about people specifically that don't value when they hear the Word of God. And when you don't value or cherish something, it's easy for somebody to come by, a person or whatever it would be. It's easy for somebody to say something contrary to what you heard, and it just immediately takes away what you heard, because you don't hold what you heard as being important enough to hold on to. When something really means something to you, you hold on to it tight, and you will not let anything or anyone take it from you. So that's the main point of this wayside soil. When people hear it, they don't immediately understand it. They don't put any time into it, to dig into it, to try to understand what is being said. And every time Jesus was talking, it says in the first part of Matthew 13, there was a great multitude of people. You'll see in all of the Gospels when he would teach, and there was a multitude of people, not just his disciples. There was a wide variety of people. You had the Judaizing teachers, the religious elites. You had Pharisees and scribes. That's who that was. You had people who were, non-Jewish. You had people who really weren't interested. You had some people that just wanted to get a free piece of bread. So you had this every time he would speak. So what he was saying is, there's some of you hearing these words that I'm saying to you, and you're not gonna put much importance on what I'm saying. So as soon as I'm done speaking, the first couple people you talk to who are also not valuing what I'm saying, they're gonna pluck whatever I said right out of your heart, and it's not gonna do you any good. These are those that where the seed was sown in wayside soil. So you and I have a choice every day, not just to hear or read the Word of God, but place a high interest on it, cherish it, value it, treasure it. It's the most important thing that you're ever going to come in contact with is the Word of God. In James 1, it says, receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. I think that's about the 21st verse of James 1. And then also in 1 Peter 1, and I think it's about the 21st or 22nd verse, he says something very similar. He says, he talks about being born again by the incorruptible Word of God, which liveth and abideth forever. So he's talking about a birthing by the Word of God. The Word of God will birth something in you if you place a value and an interest, and you hold it and cherish it as something so awesome that you would not let anybody you encounter, anything you hear, anything you see, any kind of contrary ideas, any other ideologies that could rob or change what the Word of God has shown you. So this is just a few words about the Wayside soil. Everybody have a great Wednesday.